I'm an ordinary man, nothing special, nothing wrong. Had to work for everything I own. Now I never asked for a lot, I was happy with what I got. Enough to pay for my family, me home. Now the owner says he's sad, see that times have got so bad, but the captain of the mystery won't let him lose. For he still drives a car and smokes his cigars, and even takes his family on a cruise. He'll never lose, he'll never lose. And so it seems to me, such a cool irony, he's richer now than ever he was before. I watched my darling wife trying to make the best of life. God knows what my kids are going to do.
We're in Clarecastle National School. This is a show, a community and school show. It's with the Clarecastle Ballier Heritage Society and Clarecastle National School. The emergency exits, if there is an emergency, are either side of the auditorium that we're going to go into and behind the door you came in. So just remember that if there's an emergency, don't stampede, just walk calmly. We're all adults, most of us are adults, you know, whatever. Alright, cool. As well, alright, we have testimony right now, happening right now, when I stop speaking, from Joseph Barrett. Okay? Joseph Barrett was, I'll tell you exactly what Joseph Barrett was. He was Brigade Operations Officer with the Mid-Clare Brigade during the Easter Rising of 1916. And these we have excerpts performed by his nephew, Sylvester Barrett, Mr. Sylvester Barrett, that gentleman there, but you'll hear more of that now. This is taken from his diaries and from his testimony that he gave to get his military pension. I'll pass you over to Mr. Sylvester Barrett now.
On Easter Saturday, 1916, I got verbal instructions to mobilise on Easter Sunday and to carry rations for 24 hours, as well as all the arms and equipment at the disposal of the company. We were to mobilise at Darracross. By that time, a volunteer company had been formed at Ballyea, of which I was the captain. We were about 30 men. Though various rumours were circulating, I was satisfied myself that we were mobilising for armed insurrection. We got all the equipment necessary to take to the field: trench coats, boots, ammunition, 24-hour rations. Our orders were to remain at Darracross and await further instructions from brigade headquarters. Altogether, about 30 volunteers assembled at Darracross, with the exception of 3. They were all members of the IRB. We remained mobilised on Easter Sunday until 4 o'clock on the Monday morning, and as no orders had been received by that time, the men were dismissed and told to go home. We were 4 miles from Ennis and had seen no Sunday paper. Therefore, we did not know of the cancellation order issued by Owen McNeill. I went to Ennis on Monday morning to find out what was going on. I heard there that the mobilisation had been cancelled by McNeill. Later that day, I heard that men were out in Dublin, Galway and Cork and various parts of the country. As a matter of fact, I heard the news of the rising from the lips of an RIC head constable named O'Keefe. He came into the Old Ground Hotel in Ennis, where I was, and which belonged to my aunt, and said to me, "What are you doing here? It's very seldom to see you in town on a Monday." "What are you doing in town?" I said, "I came in to do some business, and if you ask my aunt, she'll tell you all about it." He said, "The sooner you go home, the better, or we will lock you up." I was rather friendly with him and asked him what was up. Then he told me that there was a rebellion in Dublin and that the city was destroyed by fire, and that there was terrible fighting going on there. And he added, "Go home, you, and stay at home." The order to mobilise on Easter Sunday, 1916, had been given verbally. I should also mention that we were expected to obtain horses and carts for the transport of arms, which were expected to be landed along the clear coast of the Shannon. There was no difficulty in getting all the horses and transport we required, and farmer sons as drivers.
Excuse me, Mr. Barrett, the meeting's about to start now. You're going to be late for the meeting.
Thank you very much.
Come on.
changes afoot.
This so-called rising has done nothing but raise havoc across the country, with men who call themselves leaders, along with a host of volunteers fighting for the cause.
First thing on the agenda, and most important this evening, is the talk of arms landing in the Shannon Estuary. There are claims from Kildare to Carrickholt. People should mobilise to obtain these weapons being shipped in.
There's also talk of the ships sailing here to our port of Clare. Now there are genuine fears about all this happening on our quay. I want to know what everyone has to say on that matter. Make your opinions known.
This is outrageous. Think it's right to have a huge ships full of weapons arrive down our quay? The barracks might have a thing or two to say about that.
Yeah! We would all be seen as criminals, and I for one am not about to be locked up in something I want nothing to do with.
Exactly! And you can keep it from my door as well. We've suffered enough with war outside this country, and I won't have it here.
That's exactly why. We are already dying for the British. What have they done for us? We need to separate ourselves from this tyranny.
Yeah! We need to do everything that we can to help the country. I'm willing to do whatever it takes. And if that means meeting that ship down the quay, then I'll be there with horse and cart to get those weapons out.
Yeah. You can't just sit tight and hope this goes away. This is happening, and it's happening now. People are laying down their lives for this country, for us, for our future. We do not need the British. We can run our own country.
When home rule comes in, we will rule our own country. We will govern ourselves. And right now, we are showing ourselves to be completely incapable of that.
You are fooling yourself if you think we will ever get home rule.
We will still be under the thumb of an empire.
I heard that ship is landing Kerry somewhere, so there is no point heading down that quay and causing trouble for nothing.
But we have to be on our guard in case it changes route.
If that ship is compromised by the British and sails into the quay, your volunteers will be sitting ducks.
It can sail enough for an entire British fleet.
Isn't that planned to take place in Dublin?
Yeah.
What is happening up there?
Irish men and Irish women, in the name of God and of dead generations, from which she receives her old tradition of nationhood, Ireland, through us, summons her children to her flag and strikes for her freedom. Having organised and trained her manhood, through her secret revolutionary organisation, the Irish Republican Brotherhood, and through her open military organisations, the Irish Volunteers and the Irish Citizen Army.
Having patiently perfected her discipline, having resolutely waited for the right moment to reveal itself, she now seizes that moment. And supported by her exiled children in America, and by gallant allies in Europe, but relying in the first on her own strength, she strikes in full confidence of victory.
We declare the right by the people of Ireland to the ownership of Ireland and to the unfettered control of Irish destiny, to be sovereign and indefeasible. The long usurpation by a right by a foreign people and government has not extinguished the right, nor can it ever be extinguished, except by the destruction of the Irish people.
In every generation, the Irish people have asserted the right to national freedom and sovereignty. 6 times during the past 300 years, they've asserted it in arms, standing on the fundamental right, and again, asserting it in arms in the face of the world. We hereby proclaim the Irish Republic as a sovereign independent state.
And we pledge our lives and the lives of our comrades in arms to the cause of its freedom, its welfare, and its exaltation among the nations. The Irish Republic is entitled to and hereby claims the allegiance of every Irishman and Irishwoman. The Republic guarantees religious and civil liberty, equal rights and equal opportunities to all its citizens, and declares its resolve to pursue the happiness and prosperity of the whole nation and of all its parents, cherishing all of the children of the nation equally.
And oblivious of the differences carefully fostered by an alien government, which has divided the minority from the majority in the past, until at hand fought the opportune moment for the establishment of a permanent national government, representative of the whole people of Ireland and elected by the suffrages of all her men and women.
The provisional government hereby constituted will now administer the civil and military affairs of the Republic and trust for the people. We place the cause of the Irish Republic under the protection of the Most High God, whose blessing we invoke upon our earth.
And we pray that no one who serves that cause will dishonor by cowardice, inhumanity, or rapine. In this supreme hour, the Irish nation must, by its valor and discipline, and by the readiness of its children to sacrifice themselves for the common good, prove themselves worthy of the august destiny to which it is called.
This is our proclamation, our hope for the future. Citizens of Ireland, we, children of Clarecastle National School, wish to address the people of Ireland about our concerns and aspirations for this country in 2016 and in the future. We have decided on several issues that need urgent attention. These priorities, we hope, will transform and improve the lives of all citizens so that every individual will have life and live it to the full.
Our wish is to live in a nation that reflects what we experience here in our own school every day. A caring, safe, happy, clean and friendly green environment that we enjoy. To do that, however, we will ask you, our generation, to work towards changing and improving many aspects of life in Ireland today.
We declare that no Irish citizen should be discriminated against because of his or her race, religion, gender or ethnic beliefs. We advocate that Ireland should be a country that offers equality, respect and dignity to all its citizens, just as our forefathers had envisioned. We hope to live in a society that focuses on a person's abilities rather than disabilities.
We would love to have an improved health system for all people in Ireland. As a nation, we need to reform hospital conditions and treatment of patients. Physical activity and the importance of a healthy diet need to be promoted more in schools and in work environments. Both physical and mental well-being play an important role in a healthy, happy and well-adjusted society.
Our great nation is often referred to as the land of saints and scholars, and our hope is that education will be at the forefront of the development of this country. All citizens should enjoy an equal access to high standard of education. We need a working economy focusing on Ireland's natural produce to create jobs for our talented and highly skilled workforce.
We aspire to protect our existing national and local companies, including Roche Ireland. Children should receive enterprise education in order to encourage the establishment of homegrown businesses to help our economy and reduce the need for emigration. Everyone should have the right to pursue the career of their choice and to receive the necessary education to follow their dreams.
While our individual sense of patriotism varies, each citizen must strive to preserve our national identity, namely our tricolour, anthem, language, Irish music, song and dance. We will continue to celebrate our unique games, hurling, football, camogie and handball. We strongly believe that our native tongue is fundamental to our culture and that our desire is that it will continue to flourish. Mara Jarjir, Tirgan Tanga, Tirgan Anna.
Our greatest wish is for Ireland to host a major international event. This would be a fantastic opportunity to showcase our nation to the world, to welcome people from other lands, and ultimately promote tourism. We, the students of Clarecastle National School, are respectful of our past, grateful for our present, and encourage the future generations to carry the torch of courage and independent thinking. We meet mar Aenid Aintha an Chasta School. We make Sirsha, Shiachan, Slancha, agus ever Spiridalta, go Florishach, I got dinner in Erin.
Of thanks on behalf of the Clarecastle and Ballyea Heritage and Wildlife Group. This evening and earlier this morning, we've been part of a wonderful event for Proclamation Day, bringing us together as a community to remember, to reflect and to reimagine the future. The children, I think you'll agree, did a fantastic job in recreating Boulabos.
Thank you.
They did a fantastic job in recreating what it might have been like here in Clarecastle-Ballyea in Easter 1916. And they have presented their vision for the future in a new proclamation, a copy of which is on the programme for everyone to take home. Planning for today's events began last November, and we in the Heritage Group want to express our immense gratitude to the school for the tremendous enthusiasm and commitment shown by everyone towards this project. All the teachers, and very especially Anthony, Aaron, Teresa, with Liam and Vera, and Principal Martin Maloney. Today wouldn't have been possible without the outstanding talent and professionalism of Zara and Connor of the Unlimited Dream Machine Theatre Company, and they're based now here in Clarecastle, and they worked tirelessly to make this 1916 pageant a reality. Rehearsals have been going on here since January. I think when it looks so good and so polished, it's hard to kind of appreciate how much work they all put into it. We want to say a huge thank you to all the children who participated. Every child in the school had some involvement in today's events, from colouring pictures to singing, playing music, dancing, forming the Guards of Honour. Jobs too numerous to mention, but a huge achievement. Also a very special thank you to Patricia for the green scarves, and to Jim, our piper, and David for the music. This pageant took its inspiration from a number of people who lived nearly 100 years ago in this area. They gave evidence of their activity to investigators of the Bureau of Military History in the 40s and 50s. And these accounts are now available online in the witness statements and the military service pensions collections. We're sincerely grateful to the Barrett and Hanley families, and especially to Sylvester Barrett and John Hanley, who we are honoured to have involved in the show. They represent a living connection to the young women and men from this parish who bravely embraced the struggle for freedom in 1916 and the revolutionary years that followed, at no small cost to themselves. Last but by no means least, we want to acknowledge the support of the 1916 Commemorative Steering Committee of Clare County Council. We're delighted that Helen Walsh, the 1916 coordinator, was here with us this evening. St Francis Credit Union and the Parents Association of Clarecastle National School and members of the Tidy Towns Committee, who all played a big part in making what we hope has been a memorable occasion possible. Thank you.
Anybody wants to dance now? Last night as I lay dreaming of pleasant days gone by, my mind be bent on rambling, and to Ireland I did fly. I stepped on board a vision and I followed with a will, till at last I came to anchor at the cross of Spansel Hill. It'd been on the 23rd of June, the day before the fair, when Ireland's sons and daughters and friends assembled there. The young, the old, the brave and the bold, their duties to fulfill at the parish church of Clooney, a mile from Spansel Hill. I went to see my neighbours and hear what they might say. The old ones were all dead and gone, and the young ones turning grey. I met with the tailor quickly sure he's as bold as ever still. Oh, he used to mend my bridges when I lived in Spancel Hill. I paid a flying visit to my first and only love. She's as white as any lily and she's as gentle as a dove. She threw her arms around me saying, sure Johnny, I love you still. Oh, she's Ned, the farmer's daughter. She's the pride of Spancel Hill. I dreamt I held and kissed her as in the days of yore. She said, Johnny, you're only joking, as many's the times before. Well, the cock, he crew in the morning, he crew both loud and true. And I awoke in California, many miles from Spancel Hill. I awoke in California, many miles from Spancel Hill. So rock me, mama, like the wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, hey.